Okay, we're rolling. All right, well, hello everybody. Welcome to my first soap video. I'm Danielle with LoveGoldKarma Soaps. I'm going to be making one of my favorite soaps and absolute bestsellers, the Lavender Earl Grey Tea. So here we go. All right, so I've got all my oils already mixed up in my bowl. I've got coconut, I've got olive oil, I've got shea butter, I've got a little bit of sweet almond oil in here. And I'm going to add my lye water solution, if I can ever adjust my gloves. I'm going to add my lye water solution, which also has sodium lactate in it. Oh, and I have some kaolin clay in here. And I'm going to be adding some milk into the mix too, after it gets mixed up a little. And here we go. I'm going to actually put this through a little bit of a strainer. And again, bear with me, guys. This is my first one, so I hope all the angles are okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this through the strainer because I noticed there was a little bit of extra nonsense in here today. And I don't want that in the soap. Get it all nice and put through. Put that sucker on the side. This little spatula, which I'm in love with these little spatulas. I cannot tell you. I think I have a little bit of an issue with my little fun kitchen tools. All right, let's get that put all in there. And get that off to the side. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just give this a little bit of a mix. Just get everything up to emulsification. Get everything nice and emulsified. And then we will get started with the colors. Oh, that's nice and loud. For everyone's sake, I hope I can figure out how to edit this out because my stick blender, which is awesome, is amazingly loud. We're just making a little batch today, and the more shallow it is, the louder it is. So I'm just going to give this a swirl. Little more. Should be good. Wow, everyone's awake now. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to separate this off. In the main batter, I'm going to put a little TD, a little bit titanium dioxide. I do have some black oxide, and I've already got that dispersed in oil just to get it nice and smooth. And I have, this is one of my favorite purples. This is from Crafter's Choice. I don't know if everybody can see that. It's purple Playhouse mica, and I don't know if you can see, but I've pretty much wiped this sucker out. And then I think I'm going to also add a little bit, not 100% sure yet, but this is my second favorite purple of all time. This is Grape Ape Purple. Let me see if I can actually learn how to use my own camera. And this is by, I can't read, this is by Mad Micas. Okay, so let me try that again. So this is Grape Ape Purple. This is absolutely, I have like two favorite purples, Purple Playhouse Mica by Crafter's Choice, and then Grape Ape Purple. I just cannot get enough of this, and that is by Mad Micas, and they make some fabulous stuff. And then of course I have my assortment of glitter over here, and we're going to be using Earl Grey Tea by Mad Oils. Wow, I'm still figuring out how to turn things so that they can be seen. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit into the black. And I'm going to just be mixing these by hand at first, getting everything nice and mixed up, going nice and slow. Let's go ahead and get that purple going. Get this bad boy off to the side. All right. Just going to be doing a hanger swirl, nice and easy. I have my favorite little tall skinny mold that I use all the time, and you're going to see I'll pull it into range when I get started. But my husband made me these killer like mold supports, because as you know, when you get nuts with the soaping and it gets over full, it can bow if you don't have the support. So he actually made some for me. You're going to see them when I pull them in frame. They're very cool. They have kept my soaps nice and straight. Wow, I'm making a tremendously fun mess here with the purple. Everything's going to get a nice zap too with the stick blender. So no worries there. Anyway, it is Aloha Friday and it is Good Friday, and that is wonderful. We're having a nice morning so far and hope to have an even nicer afternoon here on Maui. Looking forward to this weekend. I hope everybody is going to have a wonderful Easter weekend. And if anybody wants to comment, tell me what the heck they are up to for Easter. Of course, by the time I get this loaded, it could straight up be Halloween, so maybe not relevant because I've got to edit, and you know, there goes half of my life while I try to do that. All right, getting this slowly mixed. Try not to go too overboard on my accent colors. They are just so pretty. And let me see, I'm gonna put a little bit of this in here. The Grape Ape. I don't know if it's the name or the color or both, but it just makes me so happy. It just makes me so happy. Now, I don't know. Now I'm sitting here going, okay, am I gonna put this in here or not? And I'm gonna not, so I don't know. Again, are we gonna edit that out or not? Who knows? Who knows with me? It's exciting. It's an adventure. We never know. Okay, let's leave that for now. And I'm gonna start adding the white. I think I'm gonna add a little more of a different purple in here, just a little bit. Let this kind of blend up. And try not to go too crazy on the accent colors. And the scent, I can smell it right now, you guys. It is just so fantastic. It is just one of my favorites. It's one of those fragrance oils. It just keeps building as it cures. It doesn't fade. It has amazing scent retention, and it just smells so divine. And when you're washing with it, it just seems to come out even more. Okay, I think I'm finally done like playing in the micas here, which am I ever really? Not really. And I'm gonna put in my TD, my titanium dioxide, to the rest of the batch. And just go ahead and get this poured. I don't want to make it overcomplicated, which anyone who knows me is probably laughing hysterically right now. But I really do not want to overcomplicate this. So let me put in a little bit of this titanium dioxide. Okay. Getting this all going. Oh, and there goes the spatula. That's fantastic. Okay, well, that's interesting. And let me take my fragrance oil and put it out here, because that would be just like me today, to just completely space. Be like, yeah, lavender or gray tea minus the fragrance. So just imagine it in your mind. Okay. Let's see, I don't want to go too crazy on this until I give it a little zap with the stick blender and see how it really blends up. I'm having way too much fun talking to you guys. This is, boy, you give me a microphone and an audience and it's over. Yeah, let's get that a little more white there. I really like a fairly stark white soap with this soap. I don't want to go so nuts, but it makes the colors pop. And there comes my lovely daughter, who's waving hello as she sees the camera on. The dogs don't care though. The dogs are like outside, just basically hating me right now because they've been banished. They've been temporarily banished. All right, I'm gonna keep on going with this. So bear with me, everybody. We're gonna keep slowly adding. I always like to slowly add, because you can add, but you can't take away. Here we go. So I am not cooking Easter dinner. I'm on a little bit of an Easter tear here right now, so everybody just go with it. I am not cooking Easter dinner this year. I'm just not. This is just the state of things I'm just not doing it. And so I don't know what's going to happen. And it's kind of nice. I think we're just going to I don't know, church and beach is kind of what I'm thinking, and make it a potluck or big surprise. Oh, one of the dogs escaped and is running through. Or even, you know, beach potluck, or, you know, does it count as Easter dinner if we have like ham and pineapple pizza? I feel like yes. So that's kind of where I am. Just getting this slowly mixed in. But anyway, if anybody else wants to add in there, Easter meals, we always did. So I'm from Kauai and we're on Maui now, but we always did, you know, big holidays. My mom's an amazing cook. My dad is retired now, but he's a professional baker. And we always had just over the top holidays, and I definitely carried the tradition on. Now my kids are grown. Okay, so pretty much my camera hates me, and that's how that went. So I'm adding in the fragrance oil. I don't know, I just amuse myself all day. This is the super cool mold, you guys. I don't know if you can see this. Let me, again, figure out how my camera works. So I love these little molds, and they were Boeing, so my husband made me these super cool, like, mold supports. So let me move this out of the way. Finish mixing this up. Finally stop talking. Anyway, I'm just gonna do a pretty simple pour today. I'm just gonna do a little hanger swirl, which I just love, 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 love to do. I've already added my fragrance oil and everything just smells amazing. So I'm just letting this go by hand for a second, just to not have anything get nuts, because I really do want the batter nice and loose when I pour. I am going to give everything just a little zap, because I can't not, okay? I have issues. I've talked with myself. They're not even issues, they're subscriptions. I'm like, stop it. I'm a chronic over swirler. I am a chronic over glitterer. You know, if I could run through my house and like throw glitter up in the air and run under it at all times, pretty much that's how I like to make every entrance and exit. So that's kind of the level. That's kind of the level I'm on. So get on my level or just be understanding. Okay, let me give this just a little mix. This white is looking pretty good. I don't want it, you know, so funky or so stark. Oh, my stick blender has decided it hates me. Okay, I'm gonna give this one more little zap, just going from lightest to darkest. And then I'm gonna start pouring. I still want it nice and loose, and it is, but I just want to make sure everything is nice and incorporated in there. Here goes the black. Scrape this little baby out and get pouring here. It's nice and loose. This is one of my favorite fragrance oils as well, because it just behaves so nicely, and it actually, in my opinion, it loosens the batter up when you add it, and that is just, it's so nice when you want to do a swirl or just don't want to rush. The only thing is then you have to be a little patient if you're gonna do any kind of like texturing or what have you, because you know, you have to wait for it to set up a little bit more. But to me, that is well worth it. Anybody who does soap and has had like the soap on a stick moment knows what I'm talking about. I've had that a few times. I just had a rose fragrance oil that did that to me, and I about passed out, guys. I about plotzed, because it just went bloop, like immediately I had soap on a stick. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to start pouring. I'm going to do a little bit of the white first on the bottom there. And I just love this little, I love this little tall and skinny mold. And then I'm just, from kind of up high, I'm going to start pouring purple. No real pattern to it. And a little bit of the black. And it's just so fun, because when this all gets in there together, I'm going to swirl it up with my hanger swirler tool, which is just getting worked. I'm looking at it just going, oh mama, maybe time for a new one, but I love you. I'm not ready to give you up. I can't quit you, hanger swirl tool. All right. Oh, this purple is just, It's giving me all the purple feels. I'm gonna put it up to the camera, but it just, you know what? It doesn't do it justice. It just doesn't do it justice. It's just the most gorgeous, royal, deliciously wonderful, beautiful purple. And I just wish the camera could pick it up a little bit better. Let me see if I can move this a little more so you guys can see. I'm just doing a pretty basic swirl in here. I'm just getting everything in here, and then I'm gonna run the hanger tool through it. Then I'm gonna be patient, which is so hard for me, and I'm going to let it set up and do a little bit of texturing on the top. And also I have some really awesome salts that I'm gonna put on the top. Oh, it's already so pretty. I want to like lift this, but I'm afraid I'm going to destroy it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Let's go there together. Can you guys see that? Is that not just like, ooh, everybody go, ooh, ooh la la. I'm like leaning over the counter trying to somehow hang myself and my shirt and everything else over the counter. Anyway, there it is. It's gorgeous. We keep going with the purple. I just love this smell. I don't know what it is about this scent. I am a huge tea lover, and grew up drinking tons of tea. My mom, you know, definitely gave me a love for that. And so I think because Earl Grey tea is my all-time fave, my absolute 110% fave tea, I think this just gives me all the feels. This just gives me all the tea love I can stand. All right, getting down to it, trying to be patient, going nice and slow here. Getting everything in there. I'm gonna wait and scrape stuff out until the end and probably put that all over the top. All right, it's getting in there, it's getting there. And then I'm gonna leave a little bit for the top just to mess with, just because, you know, I have to. We've discussed this. And that will be it. Just a little bit of fun for the top. Get this a little bit more. Okay. It's going, it's going. All right, Mr. Hanger Swirl, do your duty. Here we go. No like particular rhyme or reason to it. I just love to run it through a few times, just make it all pretty. Of course, I have to stop myself because I will literally run this baby through here so many times that everything gets muddled together. All right, now we're just going to be a little bit patient. I'm going to pour the rest on the top and wait for it to set up a little bit, because it's still nice and liquid, so it's probably going to take a few minutes to set up, so I can just add a little bit of texture. Then I'm going to add my salt and of course my glitter, because you know, life without glitter, let's not even discuss that. So I will be back in a second. Okay, we're back, and I was just waiting for this to set up a little bit, but it's actually really fluid, so I'm just going to go with it and just kind of pull everything off a little bit here to the side. And I've got these really pretty salts I'm going to sprinkle on here as well. This is where I always get in trouble, you guys. I really love to play with the soap tops, and inevitably I mess with it too much and it ends up just looking kind of crazy. I'm just trying to make a little area here to put the salts in without messing with it too much, which famous last words, right? Here I go right away to the skewer to mess with it some more. Let's see here, I'm gonna swirl it just a little bit, but anyway, it's a beautiful fragrance, and I love these colors together. Move that off to the side. This is my favorite little spoon. Don't ask me why. I just love to mess with soap with this spoon. So I am going to have to take off my gloves before I glitter and salt. I just cannot do it, but please be cautious if you're ever doing this. It's really not a great idea to have your gloves off, but I just literally cannot get a grip on everything. So here are some salts. I don't know if you can see in the camera. There's some salts colored with a little bit of black oxide, and there are some salts colored with a little bit of that pretty purple mica. And I'm just going to spread each one onto the soap, and then I am going to, of course, add my glitter. Must have glitter. I just love adding salt to the soap. Just adds a great little touch. Here it goes. This one first. And I actually have two glitters that I like to put on. I have the Super Sparkle mica for this one, and it's Crafter's Choice Super Sparkle glitter, excuse me. And then I have Brambleberry's Silver Rainbow Eco Glitter. I'm gonna put a little bit of each one on here because glitter. I don't need to say anything else, because glitter, that's why. Okay, and now for the purple salt. And there goes my dogs in the background. There. Oh, never a dull moment around here. Here goes the purple. Oh, so pretty. Making a nice, lovely mess, but still so pretty, pretty. Okay. All right, and then I just like to use this little tea strainer to put my glitter in. It just makes it easy. We get a little spoon, a little finishing touches, a little spoon in there, and I just kind of tap, 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 put it all over because glitter, as we have discussed. And then I'm gonna, that was the rainbow glitter from Brambleberry. I have to actually control myself. My biggest problem is if I just really let myself go. And is my camera out of focus again? I don't know. Let me see. I think it's okay. If I really was to let myself go, I would glitter that sucker within an inch of its life. It would just basically be a glitter bomb, which there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying that like it's a bad thing, but I have to take it a little easy, a little bit of restraint. There's still plenty of glitter to be had. Alrighty, and there you have it. There is some Lavender Earl Grey tea soap. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back with the cutting.